I'm absolutely thrilled to be honored by the Houston Sun. I am astounded at the range and talents of the other women who were selected, and I am absolutely honored to be in their company.
Rice University graduate and native Houstonian, Mayor Parker is Houston's 61st mayor and one of only 2 women to hold the city's highest elected office. Prior to becoming mayor, she spent 20 years in the oil and gas industry, and for 10 years, she was co-owner of a retail bookstore. Her love for Houston is what shapes her career.
I love my job. I love this city. I have the ability every day to help shape the future of Houston for generations. I don't like politics, hate campaigning, but it's the price of having the job I love. Worked in private industry for a long time, and I worked in order to support my volunteer habit. Now I get to live my passion every day.
And words of wisdom for those seeking success?
It's a lot easier to get up every day and go to work, particularly at a very hard job, if you love what you do and you think it makes a difference. Not every day as mayor of Houston is a good day. In fact, there's some really tough decisions I have to make. But every day as mayor is great.
I'm humbled. It is an honor, but it really is an honor to be recognized by a paper that has had the kind of community dedication that the Houston Sun has and the kind of commitment and determination of the Ellis family.
Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee is an influential and forceful voice in Washington and here in Houston. Currently in her 9th term as a representative of the 18th Congressional District, Congresswoman Lee earned her BA in political science from Yale University with honors, followed by a JD from the University of Virginia Law School, both of which helped her to fulfill her passion for helping people.
Oh, I love to deal with people, and I love to solve their problems, and I love to find something. Let me correct that. Let me just say that I'd rather there not be problems. I'd rather schools stay open. I'd rather us have a massive train system, light rail, that goes throughout the entire community. So it really is wishing good for people, trying to work for good for people, and being excited when people make good. That keeps me going late into the night, and I'm probably at my best late into the night for many of those who receive late night phone calls.
In the Congresswoman's opinion, you have to find your passion to be successful.
What do you like to do? What gets you up in the morning? So I'd encourage people not to go out to reach the mountaintop the day you start desiring to make something of yourself, but to have building blocks that has to include your passion and compassion.
I am still in shock. I am extremely honored. I'm extremely humbled. It's an amazing honor, especially with the legacy of the Houston Sun, for them to recognize little old me as one of their 30 women of power. So I'm very excited about it.
Joy Williams is Houston's own beauty diva, an up-and-coming cosmetologist and makeup artist. Joy was a featured artist for the Raw Artist Showcase in 2011, featured artist for Houston Fashion Week in both 2011 and 2012, and featured artist for Houston's Fashion Night Out in 2012. She is also the founder of Diva Creations.
It's my passion and it's my purpose. I love to do hair and makeup, anything in the industry that's going to help uplift and encourage young women and girls.
Her advice to women is to ignore the word never.
Go for it. Everything that you think that is crazy, everything that you think, I've never seen anything like this before, that is your key. That is your niche, your thing to say, okay, I'm going to come at it from this perspective and I'm going to set myself apart.
Wow. I feel happy, excited, and extremely humbled.
Judge Maria T. Jackson is an honors graduate of the University of Texas. and received her Doctor of Jurisprudence in 1998 from Texas Wesleyan University School of Law. Judge Jackson has been a dedicated servant of the court system, and her work has been recognized by the Mayor's Spotlight and by serving on the board of directors for Texas Wesleyan University. Law is her calling.
I absolutely love what I do. I remember when I was a little girl, I asked God, use me however you want to use me. I want to help as many people as I can. I'm here to make a difference. I like to give the ones who deserve a second chance. I put the bad guys away because I'm also here to protect the community.
Being successful in any career for Judge Jackson is about not having the fear of work.
Have faith in God and believe in yourself. You can do and be whatever you want to be, and all you have to do, you have to not be afraid of working hard. And when things get tough, you might need to sit down, take a little breath, relax for a few minutes, but you get back up and you keep going.
It's an awesome feeling. I want to just thank all of those involved in honoring, community individuals who invest in our future. And I think it's great. I've been around the sun for a long time, and I'm really proud of what they've been able to achieve in the community. And 30 years is a long time.
Dr. Wyatt is the founder of Clinical Care Pharmacy, a graduate of Texas Southern University, licensed clinical pharmacist, and a trustee of the Texas Pharmacy Foundation. One of the Houston Sun's 30 Points of Light, Dr. Wyatt is a community advocate, innovator, and implementer, and works hard in her profession.
I think in my career, my compassion for people really, really stimulates my zest for moving every day and making myself go out there and do what I can for others.
Her words of advice for women on the path to success:
never stop believing in yourself, in your successes, in the ability to excel. Never stop, never give up, and always pray about what you do. Put God in everything you do, and I promise you, He'll never leave you.
I was really delighted to know that someone wanted to honor my work as a community servant, and that's essentially what I've been for the past 35 years, as a servant of the community, and I'm pretty proud of that.
A graduate of the University of North Texas with a degree in psychology and education, then a master's in education leadership from the University of St. Thomas, Naomi Carrier is a teacher of Texas history, music, theater, and literature. Mrs. Carrier wrote the book, Go Down Old Hannah, The Living History of African American Texans.
I want to win. Winning is my driving force, period. In anything I do, I want to win. And today we have, as African Americans, so many disparities in our community with health care, with education, with mental illness, with lack of knowledge of our own history, being somewhat disconnected after all these centuries. I want to be a part of the solution.
If you want success, learn from Naomi Carrier and always seek to win.
If you value something, even yourself, then you should want to take the best care of it. If you value your children, you should want them to get the best education. You should want to get up in the morning and fix them some breakfast, or come home and don't raise a child on chicken McNuggets. I don't know of any other way, and I encourage young women to take control. Take control of your life, take control of your family, take control of your community.
It is indeed a pleasure to be honored by the Houston Sun and my dear friend Doris Sellis.
Tammy Campbell Lang is the founder of the Honey Brown Hope Foundation, a graduate of Alcorn State University, and the author of the Honey Brown series. Ms. Campbell is also a champion of education, family, civil rights, and environmental stewardship.
I keep going because of my connection to God. I show up and He shows out. It is very difficult in a nonprofit organization where you don't receive that funding that the big-time organizations or corporations receive to continue to go and give when you don't have it to give. But because of God and who He is and what He has done, it has allowed me to do big things with something very small.
Her message to women is to hold on to hope.
I would say first and foremost to put God, to hold on to hope. That's why we have the Honey Brown Hope Foundation. I established it 20 years ago. Hope is something that encourages you to do better. It also gives you a vision in terms of something to hold on to. And if you really stay connected to God and hold on to hope, you can do it.
My first reaction was, wow, me, little me. I was very excited, I was happy, and I sent an email out to everybody and told them about it. So I just was very excited about it. It was definitely an honor.
Nicolette Ferguson, aka Nikki, is a 1998 graduate of Texas Southern University and owner of Mocha Brown Productions, a video production company. All of her hard work and countless efforts have paid off, and that has made it possible for her to be the creator, producer, director, and editor for her own television show, Getting to Know You, and Gospel Vision, which airs on Houston Media Source.
Well, I love doing video productions. I like working with people, and it's just fun to learn new things. It's not boring at all. I just enjoy it. It's just fun.
Her idea of success begins with being upfront with people.
Just learn as much as you can and enjoy what you do. And that will be, I think, a success. And you have to be honest with people too. Upfront with people and be honest with people. And then from there, other people will refer you and they don't mind referring you, and you'll stay busy.
I tell you, I feel very honored, and it's kind of special because I'm basically, I'm not a native of Houston, and so coming here, being here about 9 years, and to be honored is quite a special occasion for me.
Joyce Todd is the founder and president of the Upper Room Theater located at West Oaks Fellowship. The mission of the theater is to serve as a vehicle to provide programs and training through the performing arts that will help adults and youth grow socially, spiritually, physically, emotionally, and academically. A mission Ms. Todd follows in her own life.
I think the passion comes from, I hate to say this, but it kind of runs through our family. Theatrical, the arts, playwriting, performing, runs through our family.
And the advice she has for women in business is simple.
I think first of all, you have to know who you are, know what your purpose is, know what your calling is, know what your talents and gifts are that God has blessed you with. And from that, when you see that, you think about it, when you know, at night, you think about it when you wake up, you're talking about it to your spouse and to family members and friends, and so that passion just keeps burning.
I am very humbled to be selected out of such an elite group of women. I think that it is, you know, a tremendous step for me in my path and what I'm trying to do, to even be noticed on such a broad level.
Lenora Laws, better known as One and Houston's own poetic diva, is a hip-hop poetess who uses her vocal skills to take on issues such as politics, love, and social challenges. She is multi-talented, working for the Houston Sun as an entertainment editor and columnist. She is a rising force in the music industry after a life of many tough times.
I had such an adverse lifestyle growing up, and I went through a lot of trials and tribulations, and I kept pushing through it. And seeing that it inspires others makes me want to continue to do it, to continue to inspire. And hopefully if I could just save one, You know, although my goal is to save hundreds, thousands, maybe millions one day and become a household name, but if I could just save one and give them hope, then my job has been done.
Take heed to the words of advice from this poetic diva.
Just never give up. Never let anyone determine what your fate will be. Don't let anyone decide what your plateau will be as far as your success. I've been one that's been told, you'll never do this, you'll never be able to do that, or it's impossible, or you're just a dreamer. People that stop dreaming and stop living, and we all know that once you stop living, you start dying.
Take heed to the words of advice from this poetic diva.
Just never give up. Never let anyone determine what your fate will be. Don't let anyone decide what your plateau will be as far as your success. I've been one that's been told, you'll never do this, you'll never be able to do that, or it's impossible, or you're just a dreamer. People that stop dreaming and stop living, and we all know that once you stop living, you start dying.
It's an amazing honor to be recognized by the Houston Sun. The newspaper has a long history in our community and is well respected. So in order to have this opportunity for them to highlight and spotlight the work not only of myself but of all the other women is really phenomenal.
Carol A. Lewis is the director of the Center for Transportation Training and Research, as well as an associate professor with Texas Southern University in the Department of Transportation Studies. She obtained her doctorate from the University of Houston and both master's and bachelor's from the University of Iowa.
I love transportation, and that's my area of emphasis. So moving people, moving goods, it's really one of the largest areas in any single year. It's between 17 and 22% of the gross domestic product.
Dr. Lewis believes that for women to be successful, it will take more than confidence.
I think the first thing is to have confidence in yourself and in getting out there and putting forth your effort. Probably overarching all of that is faith and belief in God, that He's going to open doors for you, because certainly I did not arrive at this point just doing it by myself. You know, I feel like I was Spirit-led in many ways and through many avenues.
I feel very pleased and honored on this occasion.
Gwendolyn Beavers is the owner and CEO of Wynn's Janitorial Services Incorporated, Wynn's Catering, and T&G's Pressure Washing. Her mission in life has been to focus on providing jobs to ex-offenders.
What makes me happy in this profession is because I'm helping felons, ex-offenders, and we set this business up to help them to become more successful when they come out of prison.
Her advice to those seeking to be entrepreneurs?
You have to be motivated. And to be motivated, you have to stay focused on what you're doing. And sometimes you want to give up, but you got to keep right on going and look at your people, because your people need you.
Well, it's a very big honor. I'm very grateful to the Sun. You know, what more can I say other than thank you?
Gail Fallon has long been the tough, don't mess with teachers, American Federation of Teachers Houston chapter president. This former code breaker for the National Security Administration and graduate of Texas A&M and Sam Houston State continues to fight for educators on the foundation of fairness.
I've always had a strong belief in fair play. I've had a strong belief in the fact that children should get a decent education and that the people who are teaching them should be treated with dignity and respect.
Finding something you like is a piece of the advice Mrs. Fallon wants to pass on to women seeking their rightful place in a career.
Find something that you have a passion for. Find something where you don't wake up in the morning dreading going to work, but you wake up looking forward to it. And something that's a challenge.
I consider it both humbling and just a tremendous honor to have received the phone call from Doris Ellis Robinson. I mean, the Houston Sun, as we all know, is just an iconic anchor in the Houston community. And for them to celebrate me and 29 others as a woman of power and purpose it would be unusual for an English teacher to say, but mere words really cannot describe the excitement. And I salute the Houston Sun and thank you for the honor.
Dr. Janita Reynolds, also known as Dr. J, is a native Houstonian, graduate of the University of Houston, former HISD English teacher at Sterling High School, then Magnet coordinator for Sterling Aviation Sciences. Since 2004, Dr. J has served as the Chief Executive Officer at the Gulf Coast Community Services Association, as well as Vice Chair of the City of Houston's Department of Health and Human Services Foundation. Her passion is tied to a common biological thread.
Well, I'm a fifth-generation educator, so I'd have to say that I'm genetically coded to teach, but more than that, to be a public servant. The passion is just really, I mean, words can't really describe that either, but the reality is that I'm able to personify Gandhi's words of be the change you wish to see in the world.
Dr. J's advice is grounded in showing up.
You are just a unique miracle from God. And so every day that you wake up, you need to just show up, but also show out. And all of us have that opportunity, and it's just in your DNA to know with the utmost confidence that it's been purposed and planted in your spirit. And so even though there are 30 points of life being celebrated as women of power and purpose, each woman, you are already powerful and empowered.
It's a blessing. I was actually humbled when they called me and told me, and I was thinking, wow, what did I do to deserve such an honor, you know, but God has a way of working things out for you.
Fiona Robinson, also known as Lady Fee, began her service to the community with the formation of Yes Indeed, a nonprofit organization focused on changing lives. Yes Indeed has worked with New Jerusalem Church to provide blankets for the winter and toys for children at women's shelters. Lady Fee is also a member of the Gas Club of America.
Yes Indeed was started about 4 years ago. I was working in Iraq and I wanted to help some people, some kids. You know, it was time to go back to school, and I was thinking there has to be some kids out there who is in need of help, who I can help to go back to school with school supplies or clothes, and I couldn't find anyone. And then I ran across this website called Wish Upon a Hero, and it totally changed my life.
She encourages women to surround themselves by positive people.
If you find something that you love to do, keep doing it and pray about it, because God knows what He has planned for our lives. And if you follow the leading of the Spirit that's within you, if you find out from God, you know, what is it that you want me to do, He will actually answer you.
I think it's a very unique honor to be honored by them. One of my maybe my second or third job when I came to Houston was I met a young man named Linnell Robinson. Well, Linnell and I became very, very good friends, and I worked for the Sun for a few years, and I think that Linnell would be proud that I'm getting this award because he was the one who introduced me to the Sun. And since that time, Doris and I have become very, very good friends. I mean, sisters.
Pat Sullivan will tell you that numbers don't talk back, which is why she loves the accounting field. But she has maintained a dual career for quite some time, dating back to her military career.
You know, you can just work with numbers, and you don't have to worry about nobody raising a sandwich because 1 and 1 is always 2. Never -1, never 0.5, it's always 2. So that's why I enjoy working with numbers.
Her advice focuses on friendship.
I think you make long-time friendships. Like with me, I was new to the city, and at first I really hated Houston. And that was just simply because I didn't know anyone. And after I got involved and met people, you maintain friendships. Whether you're in the organization or out of the organization, you always have someone you can call on. You always have someone you can talk to.
I'd just like to first say thank you to the Houston Sun for honoring me. The Houston Sun has definitely been a pillar in our community, and that's definitely what I strive to be every day. One who is a trailblazer, one who is always giving unselfishly of their self inside the community to really make it better.
Kim Roxy founded Lamique Beauty at the age of 21 in 2004 after a friend was diagnosed with a lung deficiency due to damaging chemicals found in lip gloss. Her company's line of eco-chic products are all natural, eco-friendly, and natural.
Yeah, my community really makes me passionate about what I do. I really feel like I have so many women and girls that look up to me and that I help to support through what I do. You know, it's amazing what your actions can really stand for. And so my work and what I do, which is a lot of different things, but it all centers around revealing beauty.
The passion Kim shows for her career stems from one simple aspect in life.
What I would say to any woman to be successful is to, number one, realize God's purpose for your life. Once you realize that and you're striving on that assignment and that mission, everything you do works out.
I actually was taken aback. This is a very big honor for me. I've been reading this paper since I was a little girl, so I remember every time my father would pick it up and I would just take a look at hearing all of the happenings around town.
Judge Alexandra Smoots Hogan is the judge of the 164th Civil Court in Harris County. She was first elected in 2008. Being a judge for Alexandra means helping people through resolution.
I think it's helping people, whether it's helping the litigants that come into my courtroom. I give them resolution at the end of the day, and that's really all they're looking for when they come into my courtroom. I try to give it to them in the most civil manner possible and the most pleasant manner possible.
Alexandra has been very active in her community with several charitable organizations. Due to her own childhood health issues and family members afflicted with cancer, she is an avid supporter of both children's and cancer charities.
Probably the best part of my job, as I experienced even today, is mentoring young lawyers, because for me that's the best spot. You know, I've already started my career and I'm well in the midst of it, but to see young legal minds growing and help them do that is the best part of my job.
Her message for those starting in their career:
I tell myself the same thing every morning: have a little faith. And it doesn't matter what your religious preference is at all. The comment, have a little faith, is have faith in yourself.
Wow, how did I feel when I found out I was a recipient for the award? Elated, certainly honored. I haven't been honored often. So, you know, when the opportunity comes, you know, it's always like, me? Did they get the right name? Did they run out of other potential recipients? You know, what happened here? But, you know, it feels good, certainly, to be honored with 30 women, you know, in a 30-year anniversary. The number 30 apparently is very magical.
New Orleans-born and raised and Thurgood Marshall School of Law graduate, Jaylene Mack didn't become successful overnight. She did it through a 20-year journey that has led to becoming an honoree of the Houston Sun. Jaylene's acting career began as a young child watching Kim Fields in the popular sitcom Facts of Life. Today, her acting resume includes performances with actor-comedian Cat Williams and stand-up comedy at the Laugh Stop, emceeing an opening for comedian Ricky Smiley, acting as Dana Katie on the CBS Movie of the Week, The Maddams Family, TV commercials, and forming her own production company called Off Hollywood Productions.
So I really like meeting new people in the industry, people that understand dual careers and pursuing your passion and not being just stuck in this box that you have to do something a traditional way. Step out the box, be creative, do something different.
And what advice would Jaylene give to aspiring young actors?
Be giving, don't suppress your talent, don't suppress your creativity. Don't think you have to just live in this little small box. Be unconventional and take chances. And sometimes we're afraid to take chances when we're responsible and accountable to other people.
Hi, I'm Tarsha Hardy. I'm the Vice Chair of the Texas Democratic Party, and I am extremely honored to be the recipient of the Women of Power and Purpose Award. This is an extreme honor, and I'm so thankful to be among such an extraordinary group of women.
Tarsha Harding holds a dual Bachelor's of Arts in Political Science and Speech Communications from Sam Houston State University, a Master's in Liberal Arts in Public Law and Policy from the University of St. Thomas.
I had the opportunity to see change in communities, change in policies for people, and so that's what I would like to motivate women to become a part of. Join the bandwagon. We are witnessing an assault on Texas families right now, and women can play such a valuable part.
And is currently working to complete a doctorate in urban planning and environmental policy with an emphasis in community development. She's worked with the Texas Legislative Internship Program, the Honorable Garnett F. Coleman, the Houston-Galveston Area Council, and the Sierra Club. She currently holds a position of vice chair for the Texas Democratic Party.
I feel highly honored because I feel like the Houston Sun has integrity in their news printing, in their publications. And so over the years, it's 30 years they've been in the city, helping children to move forward, to live up to their credentials and become productive citizens. Those were my goals. I guess it was kind of in my DNA, as we say now.
When I learned that I was being honored, I was confused, bewildered, and quite frankly, just honored that someone had recognized the things that I feel like are my duty and my calling to do. The kids really need someone. They need support. They need people to teach them and mentor them and give them some direction. And so every single day I just get pumped about being able to help one other child recognize their own dreams. One of the things that I always followed was something that my mother told me, which was to be authentically yourself, right? Unapologetically, always you. And when you're doing that, that's when you're operating in your highest space.
I help people. I'm a bridge builder. I hook up the resources or connect the resources, the social services to the senior citizens, to children in need, anyone that needs their house done, Medicare, Medicaid that they have a question about, people that need jobs. Especially African American women, we need to learn to share information, because in sharing information, that will help everyone. It will help us to grow as a people. It will help us to empower ourselves to own our own businesses.
For me, what gets me up every morning to know that I have another chance to educate at least one person, to help them heal, to help them, to let them know that you don't have to suffer with these addictions or suffer with these diseases, you can live. I think for other women, you have to learn how to love yourself, take care of yourself, adore yourself, nurture yourself, caress yourself, let yourself know that you're what God wanted you to be.
I wanted to be involved with people. And when I graduated from Franklin Beauty School, Beauty College, I joined the Sunnyside Beautician Club. Mr. Arthur Gain asked me to work with his kids. I made sure that those kids were dressed like they were supposed to dress, study, make all A's and B's. I'm happy that my people, all people, are somebody today with.
Oh, the love of the children. I have a mission. You know, my mission is to see what I can better do to help my community. I would suggest the first thing you do when you get up in the morning is to God be the glory. Because, you know, I follow His commandments. And His commandments is helping people. And especially love His poor.
Oh, I'm very elated, and really I was surprised as well. Number one is the main thing, that you enjoy what you're doing, and just keep going no matter what, because you're going to have your down times and you're going to have your up times that really, really pay off.
I actually feel like the work that I've paid off here in Houston has really shown. And I'm just excited to be the youngest one to be honored. I really fell in love with coming to House, Texas, not because of the people, but I fell in love with the organization, the mission, and also the youth. Always know what your purpose is and stand by your purpose. Don't ever let anyone deter you what your purpose is or make you feel like your purpose is not what it should be.
As an author, I love to entertain. When a person reads a novel, they have fun. Readers also like to discuss the story as well as the characters. One thing that is really important to me is that the story makes a person think. I remember when I first came to the Sun, there were artwork of African Americans all around the building, and that told me the Sun is a community newspaper and cares for the community it serves. Be committed to whatever you are trying to do and never give up.
And congratulations to the remaining 30 points of light. LaShondra Hall, Sinfronia Thompson, Serendi Cyrus, Sabina Sandifer Walker, and Audrey Lawson.
I got the 30 points of light from the illumination of what the sun does, and we're celebrating our 30th anniversary, and I thought, well, what better way to present our 30 years in business other than to do it through women. I'm a woman, and Black Press Month is in March, and National Women's Month is in March. So we have done different things over the last 30 years during the month of March, and usually we would celebrate women. I wanted everybody to be different. I didn't want us to have the same kind of women, and therefore I reached out to my family and my staff to make sure that we had a variety, and included a varied group of people on the committee so that the committee could submit people, and many of them, this is my first opportunity to get to know who they are. But as we've always said over the past 30 years, we're very proud to introduce ourselves to the community, and we likewise are proud to introduce others to the community. Well, I don't necessarily want them to emulate what I do, but I want them to find their path and their passion. And I believe if they find their path and their passion, they will make their light. Because when you're doing something that you love to do, it's never work. It's just continuing to do those things that you enjoy doing. And you meet so many wonderful people. And when we do that, we benefit ourselves, we benefit our community, and we expand the love and caring that we do among and between each other. You know, I want to thank these 30 women for saying yes, because they could have said no. They are giving us the opportunity to do what we want to do. And that has been the exciting part about our journey over the last 30 years. We get a chance to meet people, talk to people, and present them to the community. And I am very grateful that these 30 women have said, yes, I will be a point of light representing the Houston Sun. Thank you.